a question about the different sub-tribes of Mecca. You know, the Arabs are very tribal people. The Arabs there's many tribes of the Arabs, you know, thousands of them. And those are some of the tribes of the sub-tribes of the Quraysh. The Quraysh was the major tribe of Mecca, but as every tribe has sub-tribes, and which they call clans. So I hope he saw my answer. Did y'all see me type the answer in there? Before I got disconnected, I typed the answer to his question about how many sub-tribes. There's a bunch of them, but those were the majors. Remember, the Prophet Muhammad was from the tribe of Hashim. That was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's tribe was Hashim. Abdul Muttalib and all of them. Y'all see that? That's the tribe of Hashim. That's the clan of Hashim. And when they boycotted, when the Arabs, when the Quraysh decided to boycott the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because they wouldn't, they couldn't stop the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from why ain't that working? I'm looking, guys. I see it. Hold on. Let me try to fix that. QR code. Bam. Why come it's not doing anything? See what happened when hold on. Compact. Nope. When I got disconnected, it knocked me out, but that's okay. This is fine. But when the Quraysh decided to boycott because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wouldn't denounce his prophethood, that's the branch or the clan that they boycotted was the Hashim clan. That was the clan or the branch of Quraysh that his family was from. Okay, his family was from that branch, the Hashim branch. They didn't boycott all the other branches, just the Hashim, which was the direct link to him. That was a good question that brother asked. Also, guys, too, that story is important. That story about the boycott is important because, as you guys can see, there's nothing in Islam that forbids boycotting. Boycott means to simply cut your tie with someone. The Prophet Muhammad used to cut the tie with a companion if that companion refused to obey Allah, if that companion continued to indulge in behavior that they shouldn't indulge in. So boycotting is nothing wrong with that, you know, but the Prophet didn't boycott products because he wasn't in a position to boycott products because they lived in Arabia and different people, different Jews or different Arabic tribes brought the supplies they needed to eat and live with. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't boycott products because boycotting a product would have been boycotting himself, would have been starving himself. And, you know, we don't starve ourselves and none of that. Okay. But he would boycott people. And that's what the Quraysh did. They boycotted his people, his direct tribe, to try to get him to denounce his prophethood. But as you guys know, it didn't work. But also another great thing that happened behind that incident is protesting, which also shows that protesting's always existed too. I told you guys the Romans and the Greeks were the ones to start they used to always protest against things. Okay, but the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never protested. What he did was let the non-Muslims do that because it makes sense. You know, no one's gonna listen to you when they consider you their enemy, but they will listen to their people who are in support because their people can take them out. Remember, one of the things that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that will always keep by the way, I'm trying to set my computer up. I don't know what's going on with it. Somebody's telling me, I don't know. It's this camera. The camera don't fit this computer. I bought a new desktop, and as y'all can see, this I got to get a camera that can fit it. This one don't. It fits my other one. Okay, but what happened is your enemy. One of the things that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is one of the reasons why the Christians will always have the upper hand over us and will always be in the majority on earth is because they don't allow their leaders to oppress them. If they elect someone or assign someone to be a ruler over them, if that ruler is oppressive, what do the Christians do? They assassinate him. They take him out. So that's something good about them. You know, there's good in everyone and everything. And that's the good. One of the 6 good things about the Christians, they're not going to allow their rulers to oppress them. If they think their rulers are oppressive, they'll assassinate them or they'll vote them out of office. So the prophet had hikmah. He didn't protest. He allowed the non-Muslims to do that because they listen to their own. If you're the enemy, they're not going to listen to you. Plus, there's a lot of reasons why protesting is not Islamic. It's not Islamic because it's also singling out a certain group or a certain people. Remember, as Muslims, we're supposed to have allegiance to all Muslims. We're not supposed to just focus on one part of the world. We're supposed to focus on every Muslim on this planet. And Palestine is not the only country that's going through trauma. Like I said, there's a lot of countries in Africa, a lot of countries like that Burma, where Muslims, like China, where Muslims are in concentration camps. So this is, we can't, we focus on only one group and we ignore another. It causes division. So the prophet, for a lot of reasons, didn't protest. But he didn't say it's haram to do it. But he did teach us that as Muslims, we're supposed to have hikmah, wisdom. We're supposed to use wisdom in everything we do. Now look what's happening. Because of all the attention that's given to the Palestinians, you got the Muslims in Pakistan, you got the Muslims in China, you got them saying, oh, this is disparate treatment. This is racism. They only care about the Arabs. We've been suffering for years. You got the Muslims in Africa. We've been suffering for years. We've been oppressed by our rulers for years. No one cared in the Muslim world, but now y'all care because those are Arabs. So that's another reason why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't protest. It's disparate treatment. How can we show a favoritism? When Allah tells us that all the believers are going to suffer in one way or another. Like Dr. Asim was saying in his lecture yesterday about victory in Islam. We're all going through some type of trial. We're all going through some type of hardship. And Allah said he's only going to test us according to our faith. Now, it may be that those Muslims in Palestine are stronger in their faith than anyone else on this planet right now. That's why their test is more severe. But that still doesn't put down the struggles of those Muslims in Burma and China and other places too. Because Allah said he's going to test you based on your faith. So again, these are all different arguments we can make about protesting, which shows the wisdom of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he didn't indulge in that. But he never stopped the Kafirs from doing it. He allowed those non-Muslims to protest. And they did. When his family, his tribe, his clan, the Hashim tribe, when the Hashim tribe was boycotted, they were cut off from food, cut off from sustenance. Okay? The non-Muslims were the ones that protested. They stood around the Kaaba. They would go to the Kaaba. It was the non-Muslims, the non-Muslim family of Khadija, radiallahu anha, her brother, her father, her brothers, her nephews. It was the non-Muslim relatives of the Quraysh, who were related to different people from the tribe of Hashim. They protested. They stood around the Kaaba and spoke out against it. They protested. They said, you guys have no sympathy. These are our people. You know, the children are crying. The children have no food. So the non-Muslim Arabs protested against the boycott that the Quraysh did. And that's what caused that boycott to end. So again, this is why it's important to learn the history of your religion. Because when we learn the history of our religion, we get the answers. We get the answers to what we are facing today as a nation. Because I tell you guys all the time, there is nothing that we are encountering today, not even the war in Palestine. There is nothing that we are encountering today that those companions and the prophet haven't already encountered. Allah says that they suffered more than any one of you would ever know. None of us compared to them in our suffering, not even the Palestinians. Okay, so that's why we got to learn that history. And then we get the answer to those questions. Protesting is not haram, because if it were haram, there would be a verse that says it. But it's a fact. The Prophet Muhammad never did it. Okay, but he didn't stop the non-Muslims from doing it. And that's why is it that the world is listening? The world is listening. They're not listening because of you Muslims protesting. Half of y'all are transgressing the limits. All I hear on the news is how they arrested Muslims here and there because Muslims are getting angry. Muslims are throwing bottles. Muslims are fighting, you know. So they're not listening to you all. They're listening to their people. They're listening to those rabbis who are marching in those protests, speaking out against Judaism and Zionism. They're listening to those nuns that marched the other day. The Christian nuns marched the other day calling for a ceasefire. They respect them nuns. Nuns are respected. Unlike you Muslims, we degrade our women. Unfortunately, this is a reality. Muslim men degrade their women. It's a fact. Okay? You put down your women. But this is another reason why the Christians will always stand out over you. They don't degrade their women. They take care of their women, their poor, their children. They respect their women. So when those nuns representing whoever that pope is, you know, started doing their marches, everybody, all the cameras is on the nuns with their signs in a peaceful protest calling for the ceasefire of the innocent children. They listen to them. So the protests are working not because of you Muslims, but because they're listening to their own people of affluence, their own people of power. When the Hollywood Guild, for those of you who don't know about America, a lot of people say, nobody's helping. When the Actors Guild, did y'all know that 3 weeks ago, the Actors Guild, led by Angelina Jolie and a bunch of other famous movie stars they respect, they put a letter together requesting a ceasefire. They listen to their Hollywood stars. Angelina Jolie with a hijab on. And some more famous Meryl Streep, I think, famous actors who they respect, put on hijabs and made a video and sent it to Congress saying the ceasefire needs to stop. Biden needs to stop supporting this. They listening to them. When the rap singers, oh yeah, they respect these rap singers. When Snoop Doggy Dogg and Ice Cube and Ice-T and Jay-Z and all these rap singers, when they got that Taylor Swift, oh, they love America's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, what's her name? Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus. See, that's who they respect. They're celebrities. When they all put a letter together, Nicki Minaj is on there, requesting a ceasefire. How it's atrocious what they're doing to the Palestinians. That is who they're listening to. So I don't want you Muslims to think that y'all doing anything. Because all I see on the news with the Muslims is how you fighting, you're cussing. I still don't see Muslim women in hijabs. Most of the Muslim women look like Kafir women and bending over, showing their derrieres to the world. So believe you guys me, you Muslims, they could care less about. But like the prophet said, the Christians, they respect their own. They listen to their own people. So that's why he didn't protest. But he didn't speak against it either. He allowed the non-Muslim Quraysh to protest against what the Quraysh did to them with the boycott. He allowed those Jews to protest when the treaty, when the prophet migrated to Medina, he had a peace treaty with those three Jewish tribes. When those Jewish tribes broke their treaty, he didn't protest, but he allowed the Jews, and those Jews end up converting to Islam too. He allowed their people to protest. And that's what they do. They go to the mosque and protest. They go to the mosque and protest. People that support them would stand with them and they'd speak out. They'd stand up on boxes or whatever and speak out against how you violated the agreements. So, protesting is not haram, but you got to use your wisdom. They ain't listening to you. They listen to their own people. Those nuns, those rabbis, those movie stars, those actresses, those actors. That's who they listening to. Because those people help pay for them. Those people help keep them in office. They listen to their own. And Allah tells us that in the Quran, if you understand the meaning of it. So everybody understands. So, yeah. But for the person that asked that question, that's why I put that answer about there were a bunch of different clans of the Quraysh. And I gave you a list of some of them. I put that list up there. Yeah, and those other clans would protest. When the Quraysh were oppressing the prophet's clan, the other clans would protest against it, those that supported him. Because a lot of the prophet's followers, of course, came from those other clans. All right, common sense. It's the politics of things, the business, the hikmah. And this is what the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us too. One thing else about the Christians, another one of the 6 reasons why the Christians will always be in the majority over us. They're less emotional than we are. They use their brain more. We're too emotional. We get angry. We get jealous. We transgress the limits with our emotions. The Christians are in better control of their emotions. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this hadith is authentic. You'll find this hadith that speaks about the 6 reasons why the Christians will always be in the majority. This is a Sahih Muslim, and Sahih Bukhari. It's authentic. Okay? He said another thing about the Christians is they recuperate. They bounce back from their calamities faster than we do because they use their brain. They put that emotions on hold. We get too emotional. We get to feeling sorry for ourselves and crying and beg and make dua for me. Make dua for me. Christians make dua. What they call their dua for themselves. They all about themselves. They bounce back. We don't bounce back. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. So that's why the prophet didn't protest. He let the unbelievers handle that. And they did a good job, just like they're doing a good job today. The Biden, I read on the news yesterday, Mr. Biden, he's telling, they all went into an agreement. Y'all hear about it? They got a 5-day ceasefire. He got Israel, because Israel do whatever America tell them to do. Biden got Israel to agree to a 5-day ceasefire. and something is part of some agreement and some other stuff, but they got to cease a 5-day ceasefire, which will allow the United Nations to move some of the sick Palestinians out of there. And for those of you who say that the Muslim countries are doing nothing, that's a lie. I posted it up on Facebook. The king of Abu Dhabi, the prince of Abu Dhabi has excavated. He's excavated 1,000 Palestinians who are sick with cancer. He excavated them from Israel to Dubai, and so they can be treated and cared for. So this stuff about how none of the Muslim countries are doing anything are a bunch of lies too. Don't get off into that crap. I keep telling y'all, law's in control. Not Israel or America. Okay, but just to let y'all know, because of the protests of their own people, Biden listened. He listens to those movie stars, rap singers, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Jay-Z, and not to mention the Pope and the nuns who are calling for the ceasefire. Because you know he ain't about no ceasefire. He's a Zionist himself. Biden's a Zionist. Yeah, so, yeah, and this is what the prophet would do. He'd sit back and let the non-Muslims do it. Okay, any questions about that? Any questions about that? So I hope that answered the question that the brother asked about those different clans. Okay, so brother Bruce asked about black or white. I want y'all to know that black and white has nothing to do with anything. Okay, this is a problem that we have as Muslims in America. One of the problems about America is so racial. You know, we have to get over this racial, black-white thing. The world is not black or white. You guys are going to have to rid yourself of that slave mentality. The world is not black or white. The world is filled with different shades of gray. Don't y'all know that? A Christian is a Christian, not by color. A Christian is a Christian by what they claim to believe. Okay, it's not a black or white issue, just like with us Muslims. A Muslim is a Muslim not because you Arab or you're white in color. A Muslim is not just a person from the Arabic world. There's a lot more Muslims from Africa than anything else. It's not a black or white thing. It's a what you believe in thing. So this is another issue that we're going to have to overcome as a nation. We're going to have to overcome this black-white stereotype that we have as Americans, because it was embedded in us from slavery. Okay, everything ain't black or white. There's a million shades of gray. Okay, all right, okay. I'm going to do one thing, guys. I need to log out, and I'm going to log back in, and I'm going to do that because I have to one of my cats just went into my internet box and he did something to the cord. It's telling me to reboot my router. So I'm going to log out, then I'm going to come back in, and we're going to do, I know I messed up the whole schedule for today because I overslept. Y'all see I redid the website. If y'all go to Sunnahfollowers.net, you can see that you can watch me live from your cell phone. You don't even have to go to YouTube or Facebook. You can go to the website, www.sunnahfollowers.net, click on live stream, and you get to see me live there. But only thing is, I won't see your typing. If you want to type and stuff, you got to join the YouTube channel or Facebook. But that's what I've been up doing. And my sleep is off. I mean, I missed all my classes today. So, but what I am going to do, you guys are doing such a great job with the names of Allah, breaking them down. And this is how we establish wala wa bara. So I'm going to log out just to reboot my computer. And then I'm going to log back in, but I don't want to break the stream because I'm streaming to a lot of people. Do I have somebody in my Zoom room that can kind of host a little talk while I do this? I mean, Fresno, are you busy? Watch this. Fresno. Yeah, she ain't here. Ifty's not here.
You're always messing with somebody. Ifty, where you at? You in
She
here?
ain't here today. You know, it's the weekend. You know, her sister's sick. Her sister just got back from Palestine, remember?
Oh.
And she taking care of her sister that just got back from Gaza.
Oh, wow.
Her sister just made it here from Gaza. So, yeah, just talk to the people. Guys, let me log. I don't want to break this stream because you say I'm streaming on Sunnahfollowers, right?
Okay. Yeah, but I can't hear you.
Why come? Oh, y'all can't hear them?
I can't hear nothing on Sunnahfollowers.
Okay, let me check that. Hold on. That's because of these cats. They chewed my cord again. Oh, let me log on there. Hold on. Let me see it. Why are you waiting now to tell me that? This is what I'm saying. Y'all don't know. Don't
care, Nasheeba.
Well, you better learn how to help. Hold on, guys. Let me go on there. Okay, I'm clicking live stream. Hold on.
I couldn't hear Mook. I couldn't hear nothing. I thought it was my phone. It might be my phone.
I'm not streaming on my phone. Wait a minute. What did I do? Y'all know I'm logged in on so much stuff. Well, let me. Yeah, here I am.
Do you hear yourself?
You gotta turn the volume. Where's the volume on here, y'all, to turn it up? To turn it on.
My volume is up on my phone, but I don't hear nothing.
I mean, not the volume for the phone. You know, this because I got it connected directly to YouTube. You know how you want to get something to talk on YouTube, you got to hit that thing to make it talk. Where is that at?
Oh, I don't know. The mute button. There's no mute button.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't see it either. I'll fix that. I'll work on that. I must have did something. Okay, let me look at it on the see if it's different on the desktop.
But when I clicked on it, when Mukhtar was talking, I clicked on it and I went, you know how you can go to YouTube on here?
Yeah.
I clicked on that and then I could hear, but right here, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, that's why I put that YouTube thing there. Hold on, guys. Let me check this before I reboot. See, she should have told me and I could have worked on it. Don't hold information away from me. Okay, now let's see if it's different. Y'all can see me. Let's see if it's different on the desktop. See, this is live stream. Click on it. Here it is on desktop. Let's see what. Yeah, see, this is it. This is the button. Turn it on. Now I hear it. See, this. You got to turn this on.
But it's not
on. This is the button. You know what? I think I got to bring it down lower. Hold on. That's the button to turn the sound on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix it while I got y'all on here. I might got this stream up too. Let me go back.
You know what you probably do with that?
Yeah, I need to bring it down more.
There.
It's there, but I just don't. Because, you know, the phone, whenever you do a website, oh, yeah, I got to bring it down. Girl, yeah. Because look. Oh, yeah, it's got to come down. Because this is here. You know what? It might. That button ain't there. Y'all see that?
I know on my phone I don't see a button.
Oh, it's working. I turned it on. Did y'all hear it? It came on. That button ain't there. Y'all see that? Okay.
On my phone I don't see a button.
It's there. You just can't see the button.
Did y'all hear it? It came.
Where it says play, put your finger where this would be on play. It just the white button ain't showing up. It's there. Right at where you see the play button.
Come on, that button ain't there.
Now it stays on. It's on for good now. But it's right. Just move your finger.
Okay.
Now it's on.
It's there. You just can't see the button. Did y'all hear it? Where it says play, put your finger.
That's weird. Yeah, because that's it.
Yeah.
I took my finger across, but it should have been. Why come it don't show up though on the black screen? But yeah, I turned it on some type of way. I just started pushing my finger around. I just started pushing.
Well, you know it works. It's just my phone.
Yeah, I just took my finger, like, see this little finger thing here that I got, this icon. I just started going all the way across like this, and I guess I turned it on. That's weird. But anyway, guys, this is what I've been working on. And it took me, and that's why I overslept. I added that. So if you come to go to Sunnahfollowers.net, click on live stream, and it'll take you to the stream, or you can click the Zoom to go to Zoom shop. By the way, you guys want to know the Sunnah Followers shop? Click on shop. These are the products you can buy. The soup mug, which I bought. Look at the chili mug. These are the products that take you to our shop page too. And everything's on sale. Oh God, look. The mug is only $19 now. See, now I paid $21. Everything's on sale, and I'm getting ready to do that. I bought the clock. The clock's on sale. So yeah, that's the Sunnah Followers page, y'all. All that's on there. Okay, let me see. Am I lagged on YouTube?
You're always lagging on YouTube.
Okay, your daughter said she could hear. Could you hear on there, Mina? When you
Sunnah Followers?
Yeah, when you went to your phone, Mina, your daughter. You heard it
on Sunnah Followers? That's good. It's just my phone. I can't do it. Yeah. But you know that it works.
Yeah, because I had to take my finger across. Because I don't know why that little white button ain't showing up. Yeah. Yeah, Mina said she hears it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I ain't got no iPhone either, but I just took my finger across it. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't think I have to reboot because I'm still working. I'm not freezing up. Am I freezing up on YouTube, Mina? Am I freezing up on YouTube? If I'm freezing up, that means I need to reboot from these cats. I don't want to reboot because I don't want to mess it up. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm good, so I can stay logged in. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go into my class thing. Hold on for 1 second, though. Let me get the thing for y'all. Lord have mercy, Allah. Allah, I just don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Y'all don't know how tired Layla is. This is a name. I'm gonna I want to see what y'all will do with this one.
Oh, you could do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it easy for y'all. Yeah, I just don't feel good. I slept all day and I'm stressed out. I need a friend. What's it? You just call out my name. Y'all remember that? And you know,
I'll be there.
I'll be there. Hit the candles. That's what I feel like. I feel I'm in one of those type of melancholy moods. You know, I slept all day, which is good. I feel good because I finally got some sleep, but I just feel melancholy. Like the candles on, you just call. Like I need some help. I don't know. I need some help. You need a friend. Where's Latifah, my friend at? My best friend is Latifah. She won't even come visit me. Latifah, wake up. You just call. I'm calling out your name. Latifah. She sleep, girl. In his sleep. Okay, let me do this for y'all. We're going to set this up. Hold on. Y'all did so good yesterday. Hold on, let me do. Oh, wrong thing. Where's y'all PowerPoint? I got your PowerPoint. Where is it? Okay, hold on. This is it. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, Sabrina, you weren't here for this yesterday. They did really good.
Yeah.
I gave them an easy name to do. And I'm gonna give them an easy.
Oh, is that? I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. El Mani. Yeah, I gave them a real.
Mani.
Yeah, they had an easy one, and I was proud. Geechee, everybody did good. Okay, well, I'm gonna give them a different one today. This one's easy too.
Don't lose that one because I still got to do it.
How can you lose it? It's on the internet.
You know,
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's on the internet. That was yesterday. But let me give y'all this one here. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. Let me copy it for y'all. Wait a minute. Where did it go? Shh. Y'all see I'm working all these screens. Yeah, and the people on Facebook, the sisters on Facebook did really well. Let me find it again. What's the one I had? Girl. Oh. Let me try this again. Hold on.
I was with you hear me? Amina. I was with Amina.
When?
Yesterday.
Yeah, girl, you don't know that you just told us about it?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. She was good at this. I wish that she were here so she can take part in this.
She said she wanted to do it so bad.
Okay, I lost the one I was going to do, y'all. But this is a good one, too. No. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, this is the one I want to do. This is an easy one, guys. Very, very easy. But I want to see what y'all do with it. I want to see what you do with this one. And let me... Uh-oh. Why is this? See, the cats did something because it keeps opening up another program on my computer. That's how I know I need to reboot, because my cats, they get to playing with the cords and they hit something and it's just opening up when I hit a certain button. Okay, here. This is the one I want to do for y'all today. I mean, it's easy, but I want to see what y'all do with it. Let me put it in here. Okay, and put this here. And there it is. Move it to the top. Okay, and make it bigger. All right, y'all ready for it? Everybody on YouTube ready? Get your thinking caps on. El wella, well better. Okay, Sister Jamila, if you hear any static, that's not me. Static and all that is your internet connection. So if you got some static, that's a problem with your internet. Yeah, because static has nothing to do with us, because we're streaming. When that's one thing about streaming, we don't deal with those type of issues. Okay, so all right. I guess I'll do an introduction. Ina alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulallah. There's my journalist voice. Today, what we're going to do for this class, el wala wal bara. This is what the shahada, this is the second part of the shahada. Not only are we, the first part of the shahada is that we are testifying to the fact and reality that only Allah is worthy of worship, and that out of all mankind, the only human that we obey in everything he said pertaining to this religion is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's the first part of the shahada. The second part is, because of these two realities, as a Muslim, my allegiance is first and foremost to Allah, and then to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then to the Muslims, no matter what color they are, no matter what race they belong to, no matter what language they speak, no matter how they look, no matter what part of the earth they live in. The simple fact that they too testify to believe that only Allah is worthy of worship and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his prophet, that puts them in the circle of allegiance. And since they are in the circle of my allegiance, that means that their life, their honor, and their property are off limits. That means I cannot take their life. I cannot take away their honor. I cannot take away or violate their property. And fourthly, my allegiance is to the religion of Islam. I don't belong to no other belief system. Any belief system that opposes the principles of Islam, any belief system that imposes the morality of Islam, I disassociate with. I have nothing to do with it. And on the same hand, any individual whose beliefs contradict the beliefs of Islam, and they try to impose those beliefs upon me, or any individual whose morals contradict the morality of Islam, and they try to impose them upon me, I distance myself. That's the meaning of the Shahada in plain, simple, grassroots, broke down American English, which is the simplest form of English on the planet. Because Americans haven't spoken English in centuries. Okay? But this dialect is the most simplest dialect on the planet. So I hope you guys understand that's the meaning of that Shahada. That's what El-Wala and Wal-Bara is all about, allegiance. And unfortunately, a lot of Muslims today, we have misplaced allegiance. Instead of our allegiance being to Allah and to the Prophet and to the Muslims and the religion, our allegiance is to a race. Everything is either black or white. For American Muslims, it's always black or white. Is he black? Is he black? Because this person's black, because Obama was a black man from Africa, I'm going to support him, even though he's an apostate, even though he was raised to be a Muslim, but he apostated from it. Even though he ain't no Muslim, my allegiance is to him because he was a black man. Okay? That's misplaced allegiance. Okay? Or my allegiance is to this group of people because they speak the same language I do. Even though those Arabs right there are Christian, they're still Arabs. So they my brothers. Those my sisters because they're Arabs like me. That's misplaced allegiance. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was approached one day by a man who said, "Oh Muhammad, you are from the tribe of Hashim. I'm your brother. We're both from Hashim." The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, No. My brothers are not those who claim to belong to the same tribe as me. My brothers are anyone who claims La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, no matter what tribe they come from, no matter what color they are, no matter what language they speak. Those are my brothers and sisters. Your spiritual ties, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, our spiritual ties are stronger and greater than our blood ties. Okay? And when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam fought all his battles, the battle of Badr, the battle of Uhud, the battle of the trench, who was he fighting against? He was fighting against his own uncles, his blood relatives. His blood relatives. But the spiritual ties were greater. During the battle of the trench, Ali, radiallahu anha, had to fight against his cousin, his first cousin. Because back in those days, that's how the battle began. You'd have a champion. Each side would send forth their best fighter to fight a duel. Well, the best fighter of the Quraysh during the battle of the trench was one of the first cousins of Ali. Ali said, I'll fight him, O Prophet. And then someone said, Ali, he's your cousin. Y'all grew up together. You know him. Y'all were close as children, used to play together. Ali said, that don't matter. He's an enemy of Allah. And I will fight him to the death. And they fought. And Ali took his life. And as his cousin lay on the ground dying, he looked at Ali and said, cousin, you took my life. And Ali said, I'd do it again for Allah. I would take it again for Allah. And that's when the Quraysh said, these people crazy. They're willing to kill their own relatives. We are their blood. Yes, that's allegiance. Allegiance to Allah. Are Muslims that way today? Are the majority of the Muslims like that today? Would you, if the United Nations met right now and signed an agreement declaring war against Islam, would you as a Muslim be able to draw the line and fight against your non-Muslim relatives? Most of you wouldn't be able to do it. But those companions not only were able to do it, they did it. They did it. And that's why they are the best of this nation. Okay? All right. So, what was it about those companions that made them better than us, stronger than us in faith, practice? What was it about those companions that is the reason why, they will be of those 70,000 that will enter into paradise without even being held accountable? Well, it was their faith, their belief in Allah. And what made them believe in Allah better than us is the fact that they understood the meaning of Allah's names. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, taught them this. They pondered the meaning of Allah's names. And by pondering the meaning of Allah's names and applying that meaning to yourself, this is how you get closer to him. This is how you develop the allegiance, el-wala, for him. This is also how you can train and balance your love and your hate and your emotions. You can train yourself to love only what he loves and hate only what he hates. The fact that Allah hates oppression, you're supposed to hate it too. That will prevent you from transgressing the limits, even with your enemies. We only fight against our enemies if they fight against us. We don't go around picking fights. We don't go around starting fights. We live amongst our enemies in mutual harmony and mutual trade. As long as they don't transgress us, we don't transgress them. But if they choose to transgress us, then we become ferocious lions. That's Islam. That's how the Prophet was. Islam did not spread by the sword. The Prophet didn't go around killing people and forcing people into Islam. He lived amongst the Christians and the Jews with respect. They respected him. Okay? He traded with them. He dealt business with them. He were kind to them. He used to make dua for them, asking Allah to guide them to Islam. Okay? But if they violated him, he would become a ferocious lion against them. And that's how we should be. So let's take a look at another name today, another one of Allah's names, and see if we can break this one down. And today I chose a simple one. This one is very simple. So you guys shouldn't have a problem with this one. Let's look at the name. Wait a minute, hold on. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, do I have any person here that can read it in Arabic? One that doesn't know, that's one of my new students learning how to read in Arabic. I ain't talking about those of you who done memorized. I'm talking about the readers. Anyone here? Fresno, read this name in Arabic.
Waahid.
Say it again.
Waahid.
Good job. Waahid. Ah, not ah. You said ah. That shows me and you got to get busy, girlfriend. Wah, not ah, is wah. Waahid. Waahid. Wah, elongation. This is one of the vowels of elongations. Wah, 2 counts. Hid. Since we're stopping, you don't say hidu. Hidu is hid. The same with the tashahud, Sister Norto. Atayatulillahi was, what did she ask you about? Wasalawatu atayibatu. You don't say batu. If you're stopping, it's bat. Watayibat. It's not even bat. It's bat. Ah. Watayibat. Bat. Not ah, Norto. Ah. Open your Somali mouth up. Your throat up. It's not ah. Y'all got the Somalis got to get rid of that ah and replace it with ah. So Wahid. Sukoon. Wahid. The English fanatics, they put 2 A's to tell you 2 counts. Wahid. And what does it mean? The one. I chose an easy one today. The one. Let's see how we can break this down. Let me put it on the screen. What does the one mean? Just to see if we can get that English together. When we say the one, what are we saying basically? If we're saying that Allah is the one, what does it mean to be the one? This is how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the companions the names of Allah. Let's ponder this for a minute. Ponder the meaning. Allah is the one. The one. What does that mean to be the one? Can anybody start us off with that? The one. If I say that you're the one, what does that mean? Can anybody tell us? Wake up, people. Ponder. The one. A lot of you women tell your husbands they're the one. What do you mean telling your man he's the one? The one what? The one you with right now? People on Facebook, I just logged in on my other computer. So as I can see you, if you type anything, go ahead. People on Facebook and YouTube. The one, what does that mean? To be the one. Nobody got an answer?
Most suitable, best candidate.
There you go. To be the one means, first of all, the only. That's it. The only. Ain't nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. When you tell your husband that he's the one, you're telling him that there is no one else. There is nothing. There is no one nor anything else. It's just you. That's when you ponder. How many of us think about that? I mean, you tell a man that you love, your husband, I hope. You tell your husband you're the one. You're telling him there is no one nor anything else but you. It's just you. To be the one is to be everything. You're it. You're it. You're it. You're it. You're telling your husband, this is it. You are it. Allah is it. There's nothing else. There's no one else. There's nothing else. This is it. He is it. Y'all understand? Am I making it clear to y'all? People on YouTube, are you getting it? For those of you listening on Facebook and YouTube, do you get it? The one. You're the only. You're it. There's nothing else. There's no one else. It's just you. You are the center of my existence. When a woman tells her husband, this is for you married women, think about what you say when you say it to your husband. When you tell your husband, you are the one, you're telling him that he is the center of your existence. He's the gravity that holds you down. Y'all see how Layla's a romantic. I'm a romantic, man. That's why I'm single, because couldn't no man deal with Layla. Layla's so romantic, I'd knock you off your feet. I have you walking around singing bubbles. The men just can't get over me. The one and only. Allah. The one, the only. That's it. He's the center of my focus. He's the reason of my existence. My being is for him. Whatever I do is for you. That's what you sisters are telling your husbands. I do for you. I want you to be proud of me. My heart is yours here. It's yours. That's why you women got to be careful who y'all give y'all heart to. This is for the young girls out there, my single sisters here. When you marry a man, he's supposed to be the one. Okay? He becomes your guardian. He becomes the center of your life on this earth. Is he worthy of you? Is he worthy of possessing your heart? Here, this yours. This is yours. Is he worthy of it? Powerful. Ponder the meaning of Allah's name. All right, so let's put the PowerPoint back up. Oh yeah, I can go on. So Allah is El-Waahid. El-Waahid, not Wa. It's a different name. Waahid means something different than Waahid. Allah is the one. There is no one nor anything else. He is it. I was talking and typing. Let me get it together. He is it. There is nothing but him. He's it. So the first part, that's the first part that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would teach the companions to do. He would tell them, ponder that, like I just did with you guys, made you sisters ponder that. You know, when you tell your husbands he's the one, what are you telling them? And what you silly men out there, do you understand what your wives are telling y'all? Let's talk about that. You brothers, this is what makes my dawah different. Why is it that your wives like to come here and learn from me? Because I'm not only teaching them that Islam is a religion, I'm also teaching them that Islam is a way of life, okay, and how everything in this way of how everything relates can be put into their life. Learning the names of Allah will not only bring you closer to Allah, but learning the meaning of Allah's names will give you a better relationship with your husband too, and your children, and your friends, the people you come in contact with, because you're taking Allah's name and turning it into an attribute for yourself. So the first part was to ponder what it means to be the one. We just did it. Second part, how does Allah show us that he is the one? How does he show us this? That's the second part. The prophet would have the companions. Okay, how does Allah show us that he is the one? How does he show us that there is only him, that he is it? It's just him. There's nothing but him. It's just him. How does he show us that? And remember, whenever we speak about Allah, it speaks in relation to worship. How does he show us that he's the only one worthy of worship? How does Allah show us that it's just him? There's nothing else to worship but him. Allah owns worship. So whenever we break down the names of Allah, whatever responses you guys give has to do with worship, because only Allah is the one. That's it. Nothing else worthy of worship but him. So now you guys tell me, how does he show us that he's the only one worthy of worship? And by the way, this was a question that the Quraysh asked. In fact, Abu Jahl, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was speaking about how Allah is al-Waahid, of course Abu Jahl had to challenge him. And that's the question he asked the Prophet. What proof do you have that this God of yours is the only God that we should worship, that no other entity is worthy of worship? Because remember, the Arabs believed in Allah, but they did not believe that he was the only one worthy of worship. That's why they had other gods. So when the Prophet said Allah is al-Waahid, Abu Jahl challenged him. What proof do you have that your God is the only God worthy of worship? So now, if Abu Jahl were to ask any of you Muslims that, this is 2023. You guys think to be more advanced than they were then. What would your response be, guys? Let's see the answers. I'm talking, trying to keep this stream going, because you guys are dead to the world. I should have all kind of comments happening here. Y'all Muslim?
He's the only one that can make it rain. Can't no statue make it rain.
Okay, that's a good one. He is the only, he is the one in control, like we had yesterday, of the elements. He's in control of all the elements. And the Prophet would say, okay, it's not going to rain unless Allah says rain. When Allah wants it, in fact, this was a question. This was a scenario that the Prophet used. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Abu Jahl, can your God make it rain? We're going through a drought right now. It hasn't rained in days. The earth is drying up. The animals need water. If you pray to your God Uzzah, is Uzzah going to make it rain? Can it? Oh, we've been praying to him. Abu Jahl's response, we've been praying to him. Allah, and the prophet said it ain't rained yet, did it? But watch this. Cloak over cloak. Oh Allah, make it rain. Allah made it rain. That was one of the proofs that the prophet used against the Quraysh. Watch me call upon Allah and watch Allah make it rain. And he did. Okay? So Allah shows us that he is the one, the only one worthy of worship. By no other human or entity can make it rain, make it snow, make the sun, girl, leave it on the rain. That Manili Vanilli. Let me tell y'all, I watched that special. They got a special on Prime. The story of Milli Vanilli. The people that grew up like me in the 80s, y'all remember Milli Vanilli? Check out that special. You know, that guy killed himself. One of those Milli Vanillings, Vanilli killed himself. And I can't get that out my mind. Blame it on the rain. I'm kooky like that. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all know I apologize. Gotta keep some humor in there. Blame it on the rain. Vanilli took his life. Can y'all believe that dude killed himself? I didn't know he killed himself. Girl, crazy. Drug addict too. Crack and cocaine. Okay, but anyway, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam actually proved that by calling upon Allah to make it rain. Okay. So the fact that Allah is the one who controls the elements, that's one of the ways he proves to us that he is El Waahid. What's another example? Come on, people. Give me another example. Okay, Amina said, no human can make it stand. I don't understand. What you mean no one can make what stand without falling? You can't make what stand without falling. Come on, guys. Come on, Zoomers. Get on the mic. Come on, y'all. This is easy.
He's the only one that can change your heart.
Okay? The heart doesn't change. No, okay, yeah. He's the one who controls. I'll put it that way. Who controls not only the elements but the heart of man. Good job. And jinn too. Throw jinn in there too. He's the one. He's the one. And this is something that you young Muslim brothers need to ponder. You brothers that like to spend countless hours on Facebook and YouTube, call yourselves giving dawah, call yourselves making Muslims. Allah makes Muslims, not you or me. You can speak about Islam 24/7. If Allah doesn't cause that person's heart to change, they'll never be Muslim. Okay, Allah controls the hearts of man. He's the one. He's the one that can change a person's heart. He's the one. He's the one that can change the heart of man. Put it that way. Take it off that control. Okay? What's another example? Go ahead.
I said that Allah is the only one that can hold the mountain up. Men cannot let the mountain, can't hold the mountain up, and that Allah is the one that changed the night into daytime. No man cannot do that.
He's the one that holds the earth in space and the mountains. The earth and space. Let's just say earth and space. That's a law. And by the way, that's one of the things that Allah speaks about in the Quran. Because when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was trying to convince the Quraysh that Allah is Waahid, you know, he used that as an example too. Look at the earth. The earth is held in space by Allah. He's the one. He's the only reason why we're able to exist like this. He created the mountains. And he tells us this in the Quran. He created the mountains. That's why he went into that whole surah talking about the earth being in space, the mountains, the sea. That was Allah showing that, proving that he's the one. He's Waahid. Okay? What's another example other than the elements and the earth, guys? Take it to something else.
He's the one that controls life and death.
He's the one that gives and takes life. Exactly. And that's another example. The Prophet would tell Abu Jahl and them, can your God make me die? Can he give? Is he the one? Does your God give life? Does your God take death, take life? No. Allah does that. He's the one. That's it. He is it. It's all about who he wants to live, who he wants to die. Okay, good job. Any other ones? Let's see if you can get one more.
I want to give one more, Sister Leila.
Okay.
Allah is the only one who take the living out the dead and take out the dead out the living. I don't know if is that the opposite. I don't know if I say it right.
Okay,
you understand what I mean? Like first, like a woman who have a baby, she die, but Allah will take the baby alive out her.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
And Allah can take a dead baby out the living woman. You understand what I'm saying? I want to say.
Okay, yeah, that'll still go into the category of the one that gives and takes life.
Okay.
That still goes in that. Okay, we got an answer here on Facebook. He said, Brother Monty said, the one who has complete knowledge of all things. Good job. I was wondering why nobody said that. That's great. He's the one who knows all things. He's the only one that knows what's going to happen tomorrow. He's the only one that knows who's going to live, who's going to die. He's the one who knows all things. Good job. He's the one. That's it. No one can profess to know everything, but Allah can. No one can profess to give and take life, but Allah can. No one can confess to hold the earth and space, but Allah can. No one can profess to be able to change the heart of another, but Allah can. And no one is in control of the elements but Allah. So good answers. He's the proves to us. He's Waahid. Waahid. Just with those things there. Good job. So now that's the second part. The Prophet would have the companions look around and see the proofs as to how Allah is, who and what he is. Hold on, my lips are chapped. I gotta put my chapstick on. Oh, God, that feels good. Nothing like that shea butter. Now, the second part. How can we take the above? How can you take the above things you came up with and apply it to yourself as an attribute. And this is what's hard. And this is what the companions had a hard time doing. The prophet said we should try to take Allah's names, okay, and try to incorporate it as an attribute of ourself. That will cause you to change the condition of yourself to something better than what it is. So let's look at the first answer y'all came up with. Y'all said Allah is one, and He's the one in control of the elements. How can you apply this to yourself as an attribute? You cannot control the elements. Okay, but what can you do similar to that as an attribute for yourself?
I can control my behavior, my mouth, my desires.
I can assure that my behavior and desires are in sync to what is pleasing to Allah. Good job. Anyone else? Okay. What about the second part? Uh-oh, I messed up. Okay. Allah is the one that can change the heart of man. He's the only one that can change the heart of man. How can you take that statement and make it an attribute for yourself? Anyone? Allah is the only one. He's the one that changes the heart. How can I make that an attribute for myself? The heart, the heart. Come on, people. Okay, this sister here, she said, I will check my heart to assure. Okay, I'm seeing what she's typing. Hold on. Okay, good job. I will check my heart. Yeah, just keep typing. And when I find it weakening in faith, good job, sister, I will do what is needed to strengthen. Good job. Good job. Okay, Allah is the only one that can change the heart of man. So what can I do? I can check my heart on a regular basis so that if I find it weakening in faith, weakening in Iman, that's what Iman means, faith. For the new sisters, Iman means faith. When I find it weakening in Iman, I can do what is needed to strengthen it. Do what's needed to strengthen it. Good job, sisters. Let's see. Okay. What about the next part? Allah is the one that holds the earth and space. How can you incorporate that into yourself as an attribute? He's the one that holds the earth and space. How can we incorporate that?
So knowing that Allah is the one who holds the earth and space, I will hold myself accountable for the things that I do.
Good job. I will hold myself accountable for the choices and actions I make. Good job, Mina. Good job. What about this? The fact that He's the one that gives and takes life. That He is the one He's the one that gives and takes life. How can you incorporate that, guys? You can't give or take life, but what can you do in regards to life?
Well, since I will hold myself. I will make sure that I'm doing the things that that Allah wants me to do when my life is taken.
I will try my best to make my life center around Allah and not be foolish to think he should center around it. Good job. That's what we are in control of, my life. So I'm going to do my best to make Allah the center of my life. Since he's the only one that can give and take life, I'm going to make him the center of my life. Not my husband, him. And that's something I want you sisters to understand. We love our husbands. He should be after yourself, though. Don't get it twisted. You don't love your husband more than Allah. You don't love your husband more than the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you don't love him more than you. Know your place. Allah first, the Prophet second, and then you, and then him. And for those women that don't know, he comes before your parents. Once a woman gets married, obedience is to your husband, not to your parents. He overrules your mother. He overrules your father. I keep telling y'all that hadith about paradise being at the foot of the mother is not authentic. It's a lie. It's a fabricated lie. The Prophet never said anything like that because it doesn't make sense. It totally contradicts the authentic hadith where the Prophet said any woman who dies and her husband was pleased with her, she has nothing but paradise. That's Bukhari. Okay? Once a woman gets married, it changes. It's all about your husband. That's why I'm telling you, young sisters, you have to be careful when you get who you choose to marry, because this man becomes the one. He becomes the one after Allah, after the Prophet, and after yourself. He's the one. Not your mother, not your father. Him. Not your children. Him. Yeah, he comes before the kids too. Sorry, Charlie. Him. Y'all better be careful choosing these men. End up in a bad situation. All right. Good job. So, what about the last one? He's the one who knows all things. Good job. He's the one that knows all things. How can I incorporate that? Allah. He's the one who knows all things. I'll never be able to know everything. But what is it about knowledge that I can do that can then make it an attribute within myself?
I would seek knowledge on a consistent base. So that way, because I don't know it all. And I know that there's always room for improvement for myself. So I will seek knowledge on a regular basis and be consistent.
I will seek knowledge on a regular, consistent basis so as to learn what Allah expects from me. Good job. Good job. So let's look at what we got so far. Allah is El-Waahid. He's El-Waahid. He's the one. That means that's it. He's it. Nothing else but him. It's just him. It's it. He's it. Nothing else worthy of worship but him. He's the one. That's it. And he proves this to us by being the only one in control of the elements, the only one that can change the heart of man, the only one that can hold the earth in space, the only one that gives and takes life, the one who knows all things. So knowing this, how can I make it an attribute for myself? Well, I can assure that my behavior and my desires are in sync to what is pleasing to Allah. I will check my heart when I find it weakening in faith and do what is needed to strengthen it. I will hold myself accountable for the choices and actions I make. I will try my best to make my life center around Allah and not be foolish to think that He should center around it. I will seek knowledge on a regular, consistent basis so as to learn what Allah expects from me. Good job. So now the last part that the Prophet would have the companions do. How can you take the above here and apply it in your interactions with others? Wala bara, allegiance to Allah, the Prophet, and the believers. So now, let's look at the first one y'all came up with. I can assure, wait a minute, that my behavior and desires are in sync to what is pleasing to Allah. So now, that said, how can you apply that to your interactions with others? Assuring that your behavior and desires are in accordance to what's pleasing to Allah. How can you apply that into your interaction with others? When I interact with others, there you go. That's how you start it off. When I interact with others, I will show the characteristics pleasing to Allah. Okay, keep going, sister. When I interact with others, I will show the characteristics that are pleasing to Allah. Keep it typing. I will consider their feelings. Okay, you can say that. Yeah. Good job. What about the second part? I will check my heart when I find it weakening in faith and do what it takes to strengthen it. How can you use that part now? How can you apply that part? How can you apply that part?
I will surround myself with strong people because that helps strengthen my weakness.
I will surround myself with strong, practicing Muslims as a means of keeping my faith strong. Good job. Good job. What about the next part? I will hold myself accountable in regards to the choices and actions I make. When interacting with others. Good job, sister. I'm trying to reword what she's typing. Hold on, let me think. When interacting with others, I will think. No, okay. I will think of what to say before saying it, and consider consequences. This is a good answer. And consider consequences before taking actions. Good job. That was one of the sisters, one of my Arabic sisters. Good job. From out of the Emirates. Good job. Exactly. Holding yourself accountable entails, when interacting with others, thinking before you speak and considering consequences before taking actions. Good job. She says she remember doing this in college. Yeah. She says she hasn't broken the name down. Yeah, this is how the Arabs learned it when they in college. Yeah. They don't do this when they speaking though. Yeah. Okay, she said it's fun. Yeah, it is. What about this part? I will try my best to make my life center around Allah and not be foolish to think He should center around it. How can y'all apply that one? Well, that is an attribute. I will consider Allah before doing. I will consider Allah before acting and make Him part. Okay, I see what you're saying. The Arabic sister's typing. I'm getting what she's saying. I'm going to reword it better. Okay, just keep typing. I will consider Allah before acting and try to remember Him. I got it. Remember Him as often as I can throughout the day. There you go. There it is. Good job, Sister Waahid. Good job. Okay. She said, okay, when we said, I will try my best to make my life center around Allah, not be foolish to think He should center around it. She said, consider the consequences before taking actions. Consider Allah before acting and try to remember Him as often as I can throughout the day. That's a good one. Okay, the last part. I will seek knowledge on a regular, consistent basis to learn what Allah expects from me or of me. That's the last one, guys. How can you incorporate that in your interaction with others? Okay. Okay. I will take the knowledge I have and apply it. This is the Sister Waahid. Keep it going, Waahid. I will take the knowledge I have and apply it in my dealings with others. Good job. She says she hasn't done this since she was in school. It's fun. And I'm telling you, this is the way that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the meaning of the names of Allah. Any Arabic person will tell you that. They know that. But unfortunately, that, like she said, they learn it in school and they don't do that no more. A lot of people today think that learning the names of Allah is just memorizing them. No, you have to ponder the meaning. You have to look and see how Allah is, how He shows us that He is what He is. And then how you can take that and apply it to yourself And then in your relations with others, we don't ponder Allah's names like we're supposed to. Like Sister Waahid said, you learn it in school. When you a kid in school, in the Arabic countries, they teach them that to do that in school. It's just like Fusha. They learn Fusha in school, but they forget it because they don't speak it. They have their own dialect, okay? Their own dialect of Arabic. You know, they don't look at the names like this. They don't ponder the names like this no more. You know, she's saying it's good to see a daya actually bringing you back to that. Exactly. Exactly. And this is how we're supposed to teach the names of Allah. We're supposed to teach it this way. Okay. Not just sitting there talking about what you think the name means and all that. The history and all that dumb stuff. No, you make the people think and you'll get different answers because, again, we're all different. Everyone has their own relationship with Allah. We all have different relationships with Allah. My relationship with Allah is not like yours. Yours is not like mine. We all have different relationships with him. So you're going to find different answers. This is what you guys who are here today came up with. But if I had 5 other sisters in here, they would come up with a different response. But all of them are correct because we're all different. We're all experiencing different things. Sister Waahid is saying exactly. Okay, she's saying I'm bringing her to tears. I'm bringing you to tears. She said that this is bringing her to tears because she hasn't done this since she was in school. SubhanAllah. Yeah, and it strengthens your faith. She said it makes her so you're stronger. It makes you ponder. It makes you think about what is it in life that I'm not doing that I should be doing. Wow, I used to be closer to Allah when I was younger, when I was doing this. Now I'm so distant. That's why I'm trying to incorporate this at least once a week with you guys. I'm trying to add that at least once a week, you know, we're going to break down a name of Allah because this will cause you to reflect. There's a lot going on in the world today, guys. You know, and Allah is the one that's making it happen, not Israel. This is not a war against Palestine. This is not a genocide against Palestinians. This is a war against Allah. It's a war against Allah. And this is a war against anyone that believes in him. Okay? Allah says he sends war and he sends calamity for a reason. One of the reasons is to recognize so we can see who the true believers are and who the hypocrites are. Number 2, so to cleanse the earth of corrupt people, bad people. Number 3, to cause you to hold yourself accountable. Allah sends war as a means of causing you to take a good hard look at yourself to see which side are you on. Are you on the side of Allah? Are you an awliya of Allah? Or are you an awliya of shaitan? Like the sister here in the Emirates, Sister Waahid saying, SubhanAllah, she said that this class, she just tuned in and I touched her heart because I caused her to look at herself. It's been since school. She hasn't broken down the names of Allah like this since she was in school. A kid in school. Now she's a grown married woman. And she can see how different she is. Did she progress towards Allah or away from him? Is she closer to Allah today? Or was she closer then when she was a kid? Because when she was a kid, that was a class she had to take. And they broke down the names of Allah all the time. And her connection was stronger. So again, Allah sends hardship. He sends war. He sends calamity as a means of the believers being able to check ourselves, to see what things we need to change about ourselves. We need to strengthen our relationship with Allah. We need to get back to the basics of Islam. Maybe we've wasted too much time on the political situation in the world. when we should have been focusing on ourselves. Maybe we've been wasting too much time with the black and white of the world when we should have been focusing on ourselves. You know, Allah is the one in control, guys, not Israel, not America. And this is what we should be doing. How can you help the people in Palestine? First of all, the people in Palestine don't need your help, because the people over there, these are some of the strongest believers on the planet. They got their connection to Allah. Not all of them. There's some that don't. But for the believers over there, they are already here. They're already at the level and probably have surpassed you on the level you are in their relationship with Allah. Because this ain't just started with them. You have to remember, they've been going through this since Moses. Okay? So death is a part of life for them. They've witnessed the murder, the execution, the death of their children since the time of Moses. So this is nothing new for them. So they really don't need your help. If anything, you need theirs. But what can you do to help them? You can help them by changing yourself. You can help them by taking a good hard look at yourself. You can help them by changing your condition into that which is pleasing to Allah. Because we are all limbs of the same tree. They may be the upper part of the tree, and we may be the bottom part of the tree. We got to grow and catch up with them. So you can help them by changing yourself. As Allah says, He will never change the condition of a people until they first change the condition of themselves. So that's how you can help what's going on in Palestine, by changing yourself. Getting back to Islam in its truthfulness, with the understanding of those companions, not with the understanding of your sheikh, not with the understanding of your madhab, not with the understanding of your husband. It's the understanding that those companions had, those original companions. Just like when Ali faced his cousin on the battlefield of Trench, he didn't hesitate to take his life. And like he told him when he was dying, I'll do it again and again and again for Allah. That's faith. That's strength. That's wala wal bara. That's la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. We got to get back to that. That's the understanding of the companions. Muslims today, too many of you are caught up in your madhab, caught up in your sheikh, caught up in politics, caught up in your desires, caught up in your emotions. You got to change from that. You got to become like those companions. That's how you can help the Palestinians over there, because they're already there. Hope I'm clear. All right, I'm going to stop right here. And again, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. And I apologize, guys, for the day's schedule. You know, I've been working so hard on this website that I'm all off. I'm sleeping all day, and I missed my other classes and stuff. But mashallah, you guys got to see the broadcast of Brother Mukhtar, his life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I did do my class now. I know I did it late, but, you know, it's on YouTube, and I'll put the video out later, inshallah. All right, so I'm going to stop right here. Tomorrow is Monday. And what does that mean? Inshallah, I will be awake. And tomorrow we have my 6 o'clock class, where we're going to be continuing with this class, chapter 16 of the book, Diluting Wala Wal Better. We'll continue with that. And then at 9, I'll be continuing with the heroines of Islam, with the story of Maria, the Copt, Maria, who was not a wife of the prophet, she was one of his right-hand possessions. Okay? And I'm going to continue. Let me save this too. I'm going to continue with her story tomorrow. And here's just a little excerpt of what to expect for her story tomorrow, inshallah. I think I got it here. Yeah.
She was a slave, born from Egypt and given to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, along with her sister by the governor of Alexandria. She would later give birth to the Prophet's son, who he named Ibrahim. Her name is Maria al-Qibtiyya. Join host lailanasheeba on the hit series Heroines of Islam every Monday and Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Yeah, so that's the story of, we'll continue tomorrow with part 2 of her story. That'll be at 9 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to speak about her pregnancy. Yes, she got pregnant with the baby of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we're going to talk about the reaction that she had to endure from his other wives, particularly Aisha. You can imagine how jealous Aisha was and hurt and upset and depressed because it wasn't she who Allah decided to bear that child. So that'll be part 2 of the story of Maria, inshallah. I'll do that tomorrow. So, and by the way, guys, go to our website, www.sunnahfollowers.net. A lot of you have been asking me to put the schedule there. You can go to it on your telephone. You can, guys, see I do have the schedule there. So all the schedule of my classes are on the website, and they're also on Facebook, and I'm also posting them up on YouTube. But just so you guys can see this, take a look at them, a screen share. Okay, if you guys see, I redid the website. If you go here, you'll see the schedule, the whole month. What's tomorrow's date? Tomorrow's the 19th. Oh, I'll do it. I'm going to do tonight. I didn't do tonight's yet. Okay. But here you can see, like, there's the 20th. I'll do tonight's now. But there's the 20th. It shows, you click on it, Tawheed Aqidah at 6 p.m. to 7. And it gives you the details of it, too. That's the Walla Better. Okay. And those are the dates. Yeah. And all that. So I did that. I put the schedule, and I still got to finish because I don't have tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow is the 20th. It does. I'm sorry. I told y'all I was asleep. I just woke up. Today is the 19th. I missed a whole day. Yeah, the 20th. That's tomorrow. There you got. And also her class is there too. I got the class on the Heroines of Islam is there too, but it's showing the first class first. Then it'll show the second one. Yeah. So for the schedule, you'll be able to find the schedule of classes, and the classes are every day. You'll find them on Facebook now, on the Sunnahfollowers website page now, on YouTube. So I try to put the schedule everywhere so you guys can be up to date on the classes. All right. Are there any questions before I close out? And again, I apologize for just waking up an hour or two ago. I'm so sorry. And I'm going to be up all night. Yeah, it just means I'm going to be up all night again. I'm still like a little baby. Now I'm up all night again. It's just sad. I don't know what I'm going to do. Y'all do it for me. It's just crazy. All right, no other questions? Okay, inshallah, I'm going to close out so I can work on these videos and also get my calendar updated too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.